Cameron wants 50 Cent spot, y'all. He do. His spot as, he wants his title as Petty King. Did y'all hear about this beef with Cam and Omar Gooden? Cuba Gooden Jr.'s brother? Well, it's been going on for a while. I mean, for months, I've been seeing Omar Gooden throwing shots at Cameron, doing diss records. Son can actually rap. But multiple diss records he did aimed at Cameron. And I didn't know what it was about. I didn't hear Cam really acknowledging it. I didn't hear him acknowledge it at all. Not that I was looking for it like that, but so yeah, I didn't, it's nothing really. It's nothing to see here, people. It's how I felt. But Cameron, what does he do? Cameron decides today to address the situation. And boy, did he address the situation. As he addressed the situation, he broke down the origin and the history of the situation. And let's listen to that.
So a lot of people was like, yo, Cam, what's going on with you and Omar Gunn Jr.? Here's what happened. Casting, like, no disrespect to nobody. I'm talking about when, like, Vin Ranger sitting around or Omar Gunn Jr., y'all niggas sitting around, like. So that's what happened. I called him Omar Gunn Jr., and he's like, that you calling me out my name. Cuba's the junior. How am I be the junior? And he made 3 diss records. They wasn't that bad. They was actually pretty good, to be honest with you. But I was like, damn, this nigga's bugging. So when I did my freestyle, I said, please don't mention me with no Omar Gooden. He did another record. Cool. So this while we working on It Is What It Is, Buffer like, Cam, we ain't got time for that, man. We got to finish. I said, Buffer's right. But I'm on vacation. So I threw up a post.
Hold on. So is that what we beefing about? That's crazy right there. I gotta keep it 100. If that, if Cam ain't leaving out no major details or whatever, then I don't like it. That's whack. That's respectfully, that's extremely sensitive of Omar Gooden to, just because a man put a junior on the back of your name and you got a brother in the game, y'all look alike. He got a junior on the back of his name, and y'all, Omar and Cuba they not similar, but they ain't that different. They 2 syllables, 4 letters. It's not that hard. Listen, B. People have called me Ruck. People have called me Ruck and Rock by myself. Oh shit! Oh, Ruck, ain't you Ruck and Rock? Like talk. They've called Ruck Rock. Called him the Ruckness Monster once. Like, yeah, it pissed me off. It used to piss me off. I'm not saying that it wouldn't piss me off now, but I'm not gonna make a diss record about it. Like, come on. Like, that's not 3 diss record worthy disrespect. Just calling you junior because we used to call you. You understand what I'm saying? That's wild business right there. I don't like it. But
So you know me, I got a new way to play with niggas. Pause. Super pause. I'm gonna start booking niggas. Cause y'all broke. A lot of niggas is broke. I booked that nigga for $7,500 to do a movie for 3 weeks. He said I didn't. So you know what I did? I booked a nigga to do a movie that's never coming out. Like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, Omar. That movie you flew to Miami for, it ain't no movie coming out. I booked you. And I was laughing at you behind the scenes. I was there. I was sitting there laughing at you. And you know what? Now you're coming on Revolt tonight. Because you signed the paperwork saying I could do whatever with the footage. You thought them niggas was real movie producers? They are real movie producers. But them was my niggas. You was in a room full of niggas that was my niggas. Check it out, y'all. Look at this. The whole staff. This is the whole staff from when I was shooting. Oh, look, he signed the paperwork. Hold on, let me get in here. He's signing the paperwork. This is meaning I can do whatever I want with this footage I want to do. Sign that paperwork right. This is it. He's looking better than baby boy. You read it for nothing, stupid. Put your fucking titties back in, nigga. What you fucking doing with your titties out, nigga? Fuck is wrong with you, man? You're comfortable too. Nigga, mad comfortable.
Oh, this is wild business right here. So I'm gonna say this, right? I watched that. It's more to that video. Y'all go to Cameron page. That's on his Instagram, Mr_Cameron, and go check out the whole video. But first of all, that's wild business. Second of all, Cameron is coming for that #1 spot. Petty King. Because this is next level. You understand, this is not he didn't originate this tactic in the game. Like this, the legendary story floating around the the industry, the cultural air with ether, cultural grapevine, of where E40 did something like that. Like he booked, I believe he booked Biggie for a show or whatever, but it wasn't really a show. It was like, it was a lineup, you know what I'm saying? They sent a deposit and had a confrontation or whatever. Everything worked out, nothing went crazy, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was good, but that happened. It's not the, you know what I'm saying? Cameron ain't the originator of this, but to book somebody to an acting gig and actually have people, actors and producers, like he just basically booked them to an episode of Punk'd, and the reveal happens later. Like that's that's crazy. Like if you watch, and then the next post on Cam page is like a trailer of the fake movie that he's speaking of. To book somebody to a fake movie or he goes and auditions, shoots, and it ain't and during the shoot and the audition, they got you with your all exposed. You got your whole dad bod out and all of this, and doing they had him doing push-ups and all. It was wild. It was wild. It was wild. And Cam has it just to do whatever he wants to do with it. But I think if you want my honest opinion, I think, first of all, all's fair in this, clearly all's fair in these internet games, internet wars or whatever. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, because calling you a junior, in my opinion, doesn't warrant all of that heat that you have for Cam. You know what I'm saying? And then when somebody gives you, when you give somebody heat, you can't then decide how they respond back. I'll be watching dudes beefing or rap beefing or fake beefing or whatever, vegan beefing. And they be like, yeah, you got 20 days, you got 24 hours to respond. And I just be like, that's always funny to me. I'm like, you can't, nigga, we beefing. You can't tell me when to come shoot up your house. Tell me when to come. No. First of all, no. Who you talking to? But anyway, so, you making records, and he decides to do this and clowns you, and ain't no telling what he gonna do with this footage. You know what I'm saying? But why would you? I'm saying, because he called you OMAR Gooden Jr. Respectfully, he made a mistake. Or even if he didn't, if you make three, I just don't see how that warrants making three diss records. And okay, I'm not, whatever. But that's what people are doing right now. You say my name, I'm gonna come gunning, right? So, because it's a way to bend the algorithm. And, I think Cameron, dare I say, I think Cameron is setting a good example with this, because he's setting a good standard, because that's a way for a lot of people to get up in this game. And that's to go shooting at the throne or shooting at the top. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's like, but if you somebody that's just trying, you know, you trying to gain traction, you trying to blow up in the game and all of that, understand most people in that position, they need money. They not wealthy. You know, most people in the game ain't wealthy. Most people in this game ain't wealthy. If you trying to use beef as a tactic, if you trying to create beef where it ain't no beef as a tactic to blow up, then you probably ain't, you know what I'm saying? You could probably use a few dollars, which leaves you vulnerable. You understand what I'm saying? You don't see none of the dudes, like you don't see Nas making up fake beef. Nas is rich. You understand what I'm saying? He don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't see none of these dudes. Anyway, I digress. I could be wrong. That thought ain't that well thought out. But I'm just saying. You running around here shooting at the top to try to get your foot in the door, you could probably use a few dollars, which leaves you vulnerable. So any nigga can now book you. And then book you. Like Cameron is just booking you to make fun of you. You understand what I'm saying? Some other niggas might book you or to beat you or to clip you. Who knows? You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, cut that shit out. It ain't cool. I mean, who am I to say what's cool or not? I'm just saying, with this new standard being set by the newest challenger for the title of King of Petty, with this example he's setting, y'all might want to keep y'all trolls to rappers on lower tiers or less rich public figures. Not nobody that could afford the book. If you see him, anybody you see front row at basketball games and all that, it's not a safe bet for you, because what it costs to sit on the floor of one of these games is more than enough to book you to get on the flight to go to work and get booked. What he said?
Do your push-ups, nigga. Yeah, I got you doing push-ups.
Wow, business.
Look at me. And that's just behind the scenes. So tonight at 10 p.m. on Revolt is going to be streaming tomorrow. Look at Omar getting playing in a movie that's never coming out. Mind you, they all speaking Spanish the whole time. He don't even speak Spanish. They talking about the nigga in Spanish while the movie's going on. So the dialogue is all Spanish, and he don't know Spanish. They was talking about you, stupid. Now, keep doing another record. I'm going to book you for my goddaughter baby shower. Her shit is in October, and we'll book you to do all the dish records. I'll pay you for that, too, because what I'm going to start doing is paying niggas just to laugh at them. It cost me $3,500 to do everything, to book you, their hotel, your flight, all that shit. It cost me $12,000, $13,000 to go to the NBA game. I'd just rather laugh at you for $3,500. Be careful. This is my new shit. It's called Book My Ops.
So yeah, anybody you trying to clout chase off, if you see him on the front row or some basketball game or whatever, no, they could probably do what Cam did to you. Just do the math. You know, ask yourself what your price is to go do whatever it is you do, or whatever your skill, whatever your talent is, how much you charge. Ask yourself what that price is and compare it to that price and know what kind of, you know, because millions of people are seeing this. This is probably going viral. I'm probably already late to this party. Hopefully y'all heard about this already, or hopefully y'all didn't. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. Trying to be a taxpaying citizen in the nation, leave us a super thanks or Cash App. We actually prefer the Cash App, but do y'all. Cash App tag is going to be in the description along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for those of you who would rather hear me rap than to hear me yap. All the mixtapes is there. This is Monstanation is the website. That's there too. You know, that link is in the description. You know, like, click there, get some new merch. You know, like, spell things right. Helter Skelter, not Helter Skelter. Rockness. R-O-C-K, not R-O-C. Monster, not monster. And it's BCC, not BBC. Pause protesters, get your ass out of here. The rest of y'all.
Welcome to the nation. I am your host, your president, your tour guide, Mr. Monster Man Rocco. I'm the landlord, the owner, tenant, the janitor. I mops the damn floor. Let's go. I'm one of the realest you ever gon' see. I ain't come here to lie to you. Niggas done with to lie to you. I get Beanie Siegel's first album, or Paul Pierce even, they are the truth. I'm sick and tired of you, you comical when I'm not in the mood for jokes. You are not a goon, not a shooter or a rider. You shoot off your mouth and you be riding dudes, cock for loot, dude, that's a prostitute.